Have you ever wondered how red cabbage, olives, and bell peppers became familiar ingredients in everyday meals? Every year, millions of tons of these vegetables are grown, harvested, and processed, creating a rich food source for both domestic and international markets. Right, but how does the process from harvest to factory, where they are transformed into delicious preserved products, take place? Discover the whole journey in the video below. The journey begins with red cabbage, a colorful vegetable that requires meticulous cultivation and precise harvesting timing. There you go. Today, modern harvesters handle this task, moving across vast fields where purple-red cabbage stretches out. These machines are programmed to identify cabbages that have reached the optimal size, heads weighing between 2 to 4 pounds and having the right firmness. With sharp blades, the harvester neatly cuts each cabbage at its base, preserving the quality of the produce. The cabbage is then gently collected in storage compartments, with the outer leaves left intact to protect the inner layers during transport to the processing facility. At the processing plant, red cabbage undergoes a thorough transformation process. First, the cabbage is initially cleaned to remove impurities and soil, followed by removing outer leaves and the core. Industrial cutters then shred the cabbage into uniform strands, which undergo multiple rinses with purified water. After being shredded, the cabbage is carefully checked for consistency and color. Next, the cabbage is immersed in a carefully prepared pickling solution, which includes an exact blend of vinegar, salt, and selected spices. This solution is essential for creating the perfect flavor and ensuring long-term preservation. Throughout the fermentation process, technicians regularly monitor pH levels and fermentation progress to maintain quality. The final product is then packed into jars with additional pickling solution and prepared for export, bringing its unique flavor to consumers around the world. In the following part of this video, we will delve into the fascinating world of olives. Olives have long been known as a nutrient-rich food, containing heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and antioxidants like polyphenols that help reduce inflammation and protect cells. Many people are familiar with enjoying fresh olives or extra virgin olive oil, but have you ever heard of pickled olives? Before we explore this unique preservation method, let's begin with the process of harvesting olives. Farmers often harvest olives manually, walking along each row of trees and carefully picking each olive to ensure that neither the fruit nor the tree is damaged. This manual harvesting method not only allows for the selection of the highest quality olives, but also preserves the shape and structure of the fruit, resulting in better quality olives after harvest. However, olive harvesters have now become more common, optimizing time and effort in the harvesting process. Olive harvesters are typically equipped with mechanical vibrating arms that gently shake the tree trunk, causing ripe olives to fall without harming the tree. As the olives drop, they land in nets or collection troughs placed around the tree base, preserving the olives intact and minimizing bruising. Once at the processing plant, olives go through a cleaning process to remove dirt and impurities. They are then soaked in brine to remove natural bitterness and begin the fermentation process. During this time, olives are kept in specialized containers with brine and natural spices like fennel, garlic, and thyme. These ingredients not only enhance flavor, but also help preserve the olives for a longer time. The fermentation process typically lasts from a few weeks to several months, during which technicians frequently check salinity, pH, and fermentation progress to ensure top quality. Once completed, the pickled olives have a savory, rich flavor and can be stored for long periods while retaining their unique taste and appealing crunch. Today, Spain is the world's largest exporter of olives, accounting for around 20% of global exports and about 45% of the pickled olive market, with the United States being the largest importer. The final stage of the journey takes us to the colorful bell pepper fields. Harvesting bell peppers is an art that requires both skill and a keen eye from experienced workers. Workers move carefully through the pepper rows, thoroughly evaluating the color and firmness of each fruit to ensure only perfectly ripe peppers are picked. With swift movements, they twist each pepper off its stem, careful not to damage the parent plant. Bell peppers can also be harvested with the help of mechanical harvesters, and thanks to advanced technology, the harvesting process is not only accelerated, but also ensures that each pepper is picked at its peak ripeness. This approach not only reduces labor effort, but also optimizes productivity, resulting in higher efficiency. Upon arrival at the processing facility, bell peppers go through a unique transformation process. It begins with thorough washing to remove any dirt, followed by a rigorous quality check for size, color, and condition. Workers skillfully remove the stems and seeds, then cut the peppers into various shapes according to the final product requirements. Some are left whole for stuffing, others cut into rings or strips. The peppers are then lightly blanched to maintain their bright color and crisp texture. A mild pickling solution enhanced with carefully selected spices and herbs is prepared for each batch. The processed peppers are then carefully packed into jars with a precise pickling solution ratio, each jar undergoing a final quality check before being sealed. As we conclude this journey, we hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for the dedication and craftsmanship involved in bringing these delicious preserved products from farm to table. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel to catch more fascinating documentaries on agriculture. We'd love to hear your feedback. Comment below with your favorite part of the process or topics you'd like to see in future videos. Thank you for watching. Papaya is a tropical fruit with a bright orange flesh, sweet aroma, and high nutritional value, and has long been a popular dish around the world. With an output of more than 1.5 million tons per year, Brazil is currently one of the largest papaya growers and exporters in the world. So what journey do these plump, vitamin-rich papayas have to go through to reach consumers? Let's explore the technical and interesting process of growing, caring for, and harvesting papaya on Brazilian farms in this video. The papaya journey begins in carefully prepared fields. Before planting, farmers select only the healthiest and most viable seeds or seedlings, which are usually grown in nurseries until they reach the appropriate stage for transplanting. Papaya trees are usually planted in rows, spaced apart to maximize sunlight. Once planted, they require considerable care, including regular watering, fertilizing, and weed control. These trees are particularly susceptible to wind and water logging, so proper spacing and drainage are key to their survival and productivity. Like many other tropical crops, papaya is susceptible to a variety of pests and diseases, especially viral infections transmitted by insects such as aphids and whiteflies. To combat these threats, farmers practice strict cleanup measures by pruning and promptly removing infected plants to prevent the spread of disease. Insecticidal sprays are also used judiciously to protect the crop while minimizing environmental impact. Typically, papaya trees begin to bear fruit about 6 to 9 months after planting. Harvesting begins when the fruit reaches full size and turns pale green with a hint of yellow at the tip. Farmers use visual cues to determine the right time to harvest by checking for the latex that oozes from the fruit, which is no longer milky white but has turned watery, signaling that the fruit is ripe and ready to pick. At this stage, although the fruit is still firm and green, it has ripened naturally enough during transport. Harvesting papaya requires both precision and timing. Because papayas do not ripen in sweetness after picking, growers must carefully monitor the fruit to achieve optimal ripeness, ensuring it is sweet yet firm enough to ship. Workers pick each fruit by hand, gently twisting it from the stem to avoid bruising or cracking the delicate skin. Even the slightest damage can affect the quality and shelf life of the fruit. During a productive season, farmers typically harvest 3 to 5 times, yielding an impressive 30 to 35 tons of papaya per hectare. The harvested fruit is then carefully transported to nearby processing facilities, where the journey from farm to consumer continues with a rigorous sorting and grading process. Papayas are graded based on size, ripeness, and quality. Only those without blemishes, bruises, or deformities are selected for further packaging. Papayas are transported to the packing area after being washed to ensure hygiene. Each papaya is individually wrapped in newspaper to avoid surface blemishes during storage and transportation. The attractive appearance of papayas plays a big role in consumer preferences, so maintaining a shiny, clean appearance is important. Workers then neatly pack the fruits into crates or boxes, ready for distribution to local markets and export centers. In addition to being consumed as a fresh fruit, papaya is also processed into a dried snack at processing facilities. Here, the harvested papaya is taken to a processing area where only the flesh remains. The seeds and skin are completely removed. The papaya is then cut into thin slices or small, uniform blocks to ensure a more even and efficient drying process. These papaya pieces are placed in industrial dryers or specialized ovens which operate at temperatures below 100 DGF, about 38 DGC, helping to retain the natural flavor and nutrients. The drying process lasts for many hours, resulting in a chewy, sweet, and nutritious snack. You can easily make fresh papaya juice at home with just a few simple steps. Start by selecting a ripe papaya. Peel the fruit, remove the seeds, and cut the flesh into small chunks. Place the pieces into a blender, add a bit of water or ice for a smoother texture, and blend until it becomes a smooth puree. The result is a naturally sweet, golden juice packed with vitamins and antioxidants, perfect for a healthy and refreshing drink any time of the day. Papaya is not only a delicious and visually appealing fruit, but also highly effective in supporting digestion, thanks to its rich content of vitamin C, beta-carotene, fiber, and antioxidants. With its exceptional nutritional value, this tropical fruit has helped position Brazil as one of the world's leading exporters of papaya. According to 2024 statistics, the country exported approximately 43,980 tons of papaya, generating a value of USD 58.09 million, an increase of 16.19% in volume and 9.5% in value compared to the previous year. I enjoyed learning about how American farmers harvest and process thousands of tons of papaya. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth farming documentaries. Leave us a comment and let us know what crops you'd like to see next. Your support helps us bring you closer to the incredible world of farming. The palm tree, scientifically known as Borassus flabellifer, is not only an integral part of the landscape of India, Cambodia, Thailand, and Sri Lanka, but is also known as the tree of 1,000 uses due to its unique economic and cultural value. From nurturing the seedlings, caring for them in the harsh sun and wind, to climbing 30-meter-high trunks to collect sap and pick the fruit, farmers face numerous challenges. So how do they do it all to create palm sugar, palm wine, and other essential products? Discover the intricate process behind palm cultivation and processing in India in today's video. Palm trees thrive in hot tropical climates and can withstand long dry seasons. Their ability to grow in poor soil makes them ideal for rural India. Planting palms begins with soaking the dried fruit in sand to promote germination, a process that can take several weeks, usually between April and June, just before the monsoon rains. Farmers then dig holes and tear open the fruit to plant the trees. During the early years, Palmyra seedlings are closely monitored, with farmers using organic fertilizers and minimal irrigation due to the tree's natural drought tolerance. By the 5th or 6th year, the tree begins to show signs of structural development, but it is not until the 15th year that the first signs of flowering begin to appear. These slow-growing palm trees require patience, taking an astonishing 12 to 30 years to fully mature. As they mature, the trees begin to produce their two most beloved products, the sweet sap used to make jaggery and toddy, and the berries, renowned for their cooling properties and delicious taste. The harvesting of the sap is a tradition passed down through generations in rural areas of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and West Bengal. It requires immense skill, agility, and courage. Farmers, often barefoot and equipped only with harnesses or handmade ropes, climb the 30 to 40 millimeter high trees, often before dawn. Once at the top, they make small incisions in the flower stalks and tie clay pots or bamboo buckets to catch the dripping sap. These are collected twice a day, once at sunrise and again before sunset. The raw sap, when left to ferment, becomes toddy, a locally popular alcoholic beverage. In villages across South India, toddy making is a respected, licensed profession, often enjoyed at community gatherings. For non-alcoholic purposes, the fresh sap is boiled to produce jaggery, a natural sweetener known for its rich caramel flavor and nutritional value. The filtered sap is poured into a wide iron cauldron and cooked over an open flame for several hours until it thickens and turns golden brown. It is then poured into molds and allowed to solidify, forming solid blocks of jaggery. This is a rich caramel-colored raw sugar used in countless Indian recipes. This traditional sweetener not only has flavor, but also contains many minerals such as iron, magnesium, and calcium, making it a popular health food in both rural and urban markets. In 2023 alone, India produced around 1.5 million tons of jaggery, a significant portion of which came from palmyra resin, contributing significantly to both domestic consumption and exports. Parallel with the collection of sap, the summer months, usually between April and June, bring in the harvest of the palm fruit. These black or dark brown fruits, which grow in clusters at the top of female trees, contain 3 jelly-like seed cavities enclosed in a fibrous husk. Harvesters can climb the trees or use long poles to pull the clusters down. Once harvested, the fruit is broken open to release the transparent, juicy pulp. The jelly-like pulp inside the fruit is a favorite ingredient in summer dishes, especially in states like Tamil Nadu, where it is made into nungu, a refreshing dessert mixed with shaved ice and jaggery syrup. The fruits are prized for their hydrating and cooling properties as summer refreshments. Aside from the sap and fruit, virtually every part of the palm tree is used. Even the trunk of the palm is used by locals as an ingredient for cooking. In fact, researchers have documented over 800 distinct uses for the palm tree, cementing its status as one of the most versatile and sustainable crops in the tropics. The story of the palmyra palm is one of resilience, skill, and cultural pride. It is a living testament to the harmony between nature and human effort, an agricultural activity rooted in tradition but with modern potential. From climbing dizzying heights to crafting golden sugar cubes, every step of the process reflects the dedication and artistry of India's rural farmers. If you enjoyed this fascinating journey into the world of Palmyra palm cultivation, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Join us as we continue to explore the incredible farming traditions that shape communities, nourish lives, and connect us all to the land. Your support helps us share more stories like this from around the world. See you on our next adventure! Have you ever wondered how juicy, colorful bunches of grapes become the main ingredient for exquisite glasses of wine on the table? Every year, millions of tons of grapes are grown and harvested around the world, contributing billions of dollars to the wine industry. So what really happens behind every glass of wine you enjoy? Discover the entire process of modern winemaking, from cultivation techniques, vine care to harvesting, fermentation, and bottling in the processing plant below. It all starts with the planting of the vines, usually in early spring when the soil has warmed and the danger of frost has passed. Farmers typically choose steep terrain with good drainage and plenty of sunlight, as vines are sensitive to excess moisture and depend on direct sunlight to develop their sugar content. Once the vines are planted, they enter a long growth cycle that requires constant attention. It takes about 3 years for the vines to begin producing commercial yields. The first year focuses on establishing strong roots. Growers carefully stake the young vines and control weed growth around them. Irrigation becomes important, especially in drier climates. Unlike other crops, however, grapes thrive in moderate water stress. As the plants mature, small clusters of flowers begin to bloom on the branches. Growers will then prune some of the flowers to concentrate the nutrients on the remaining clusters. As the growing season continues, farmers eagerly watch for signs of ripeness. Depending on the grape variety, grapes will be ready to harvest in late summer and early fall. This stage is crucial to producing the largest, juiciest, sweetest grapes at harvest. Harvesting grapes by hand is a traditional method that involves skilled workers carefully picking bunches of grapes from the vines. This approach allows for greater precision, helping to avoid damage to the fruit and ensuring only ripe grapes are collected. Hand harvesting is often preferred in vineyards that grow premium wine grapes or on challenging terrains where machinery cannot easily operate. In large-scale operations, mechanical harvesters are commonly used to increase efficiency. These machines gently shake the grapevines, causing ripe grapes to fall off and be collected without significant damage. Mechanical harvesting allows farmers to cover hundreds of acres quickly, which is crucial during the short peak ripening window to preserve fruit quality and ensure timely processing. After harvesting, the grapes for red wine are quickly transported to the winery to ensure freshness. The first step is destemming, which removes the woody stems to avoid unwanted astringency in the wine. Next, the grapes are crushed lightly, just enough to break the skins and release the juice without crushing the seeds, which contain a lot of bitter substances. Unlike the process of making white wine, the grape juice, skins, and seeds are retained and sent directly to the fermentation tank. This stage, called maceration, allows the colors, tannins, and aromas from the grape skins to penetrate the juice, creating the rich color and structure characteristic of red wine. After fermentation, the grape pulp is fed into a horizontal press. The air pockets inside will inflate to squeeze out the remaining wine. This process is automatic, pressing in batches until all the wine is collected, preparing for the sedimentation and barrel aging steps. Now the real transformation begins. The clarified grape juice is transferred into large oak barrels or stainless steel vats for fermentation. Here, natural or added yeast begins converting sugar into alcohol, releasing carbon dioxide as a byproduct. This fermentation process can last from 2 weeks to several months, depending on the type of wine. After fermentation, the wine is aged. Some wines are aged in oak barrels, which absorb the delicate aromas and spices, while others are aged in inert steel tanks to preserve freshness. This stage can last from a few months to a few years. Once the wine has reached the desired flavor, it undergoes a series of quality checks. The filling machine dispenses the exact volume into each bottle, which is then sealed with a cork or screw cap. Labels are applied and the bottles are boxed for shipping. According to the International Organization of Grapes and Wine, OIV, more than 78 million tons of grapes are harvested globally each year, of which more than 40% are used to make wine. Countries such as Italy, France, Spain, and the United States dominate global production, together accounting for nearly 50% of the world's wine. Here is the whole journey from growing grapes, harvesting, and processing grapes into wine. If you find it interesting, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about your favorite wine region, and subscribe to our channel to watch more agricultural documentaries. Have you ever wondered how the pure white rice grains in your daily meals are produced? In Taiwan, rice is not only a staple food, but also a cultural symbol and agricultural pride. By combining traditional techniques and modern technology, farmers have built an efficient farming process, from seed selection to harvesting and packaging. Let's explore the journey of creating each delicious soft grain of rice in the video below. The rice growing process begins with the selection of the best seed. Seeds are soaked in clean water, which stimulates the germination process. After soaking, the seeds are drained and incubated in a warm, humid environment to promote germination. When they show signs of germination, the seeds are carefully distributed on specially designed nursery trays filled with nutrient-rich soil. This environment provides optimal conditions for healthy rice seedlings, or seedlings, to grow. Farmers pay special attention to the spacing between seeds, ensuring that each seed has enough sunlight, water, and space to grow without being too crowded. After about 7 days, the seeds begin to germinate and delicate green shoots begin to appear. These trays are closely monitored to ensure ideal temperature, humidity, and light levels. When the seedlings have reached the appropriate size for transplanting, the trays are neatly rolled into compact bundles and placed on conveyor belts for transport to the fields. This careful handling helps preserve the integrity of the young plants as they move to the next important stage of transplanting seedlings into flooded rice fields. In the fields, the soil has been meticulously plowed to begin planting the seedlings. Instead of the traditional manual planting method, advanced mechanical transplanters will be used to save time, with farmers placing the seedlings in soft, waterlogged soil in evenly spaced rows. These machines automate a previously labor-intense process, allowing seedlings to be planted efficiently and with high uniformity. Precise spacing and depth are critical. They allow the roots to anchor firmly while providing enough space for each plant to grow and access nutrients. The transplanters glide over the muddy terrain, planting each row with mechanical precision, ensuring the entire field is covered with neat, uniform rows of young rice plants. About a month after planting, as the plants begin to grow, farmers maintain a shallow layer of water in their rice fields to prevent the growth of weeds and pests and keep the plants cool in Taiwan's subtropical climate. As the rice plants mature, they begin to develop taller stems and broader leaves. The fields, once sparsely populated with young seedlings, transform into lush green areas that sway gently in the wind. During this time, farmers are vigilant in checking for signs of pests and diseases and use pesticides judiciously, helping to protect the rice plants from pests without overusing chemicals. Emphasis is placed on weed removal, adjusting water levels, and fertilizing as needed to ensure healthy, uniform crops. After about 4 months of growth, the rice plant enters the harvest preparation stage. At this time, the rice stalks begin to turn yellow, the grains are large, round, and firm. When the bright green color gradually turns dark yellow, it signals that the rice is ready to be harvested. When harvest time comes, modern combine harvesters are brought into the fields to cut the stalks and separate the grain from the chaff. These sophisticated combine harvesters perform 3 functions at once: cutting the stalks, threshing the grain to separate the chaff from the grain, and collecting the clean grain into bins on the machine. This efficient process reduces labor costs and minimizes grain loss. The remaining straw is pushed out the back of the machine and is often recycled into animal feed, mulch, or compost to enrich the soil for the next growing season. After harvesting, rice grains are transported to processing facilities for cleaning and milling. At this stage, the rice is still covered in its protective husk, along with small debris such as stones or soil particles. Industrial cleaners separate these impurities from the raw rice. The rice then passes through a huller, which gently removes the outer husk, followed by a polisher, which smooths the surface of the rice grains. This polishing not only improves the appearance but also improves the cooking quality of the rice, making it fluffier and tastier when steamed. After milling, the rice is ready for packaging. The rice is carefully measured and packed into bags of various sizes, from large bags for wholesale distribution to smaller consumer bags for retail sale. Each bag is vacuum sealed or hermetically sealed to preserve freshness and protect the rice from moisture. Labels provide nutritional information and traceability data, ensuring quality and transparency. In 2023, Taiwan produced more than 1.1 million tons of rice, of which more than 90% was consumed domestically, and the remainder was exported to markets across Asia and North America. From selecting the seeds to the rice grains that end up on your table, every step of the rice production process demonstrates a solid agricultural knowledge and unwavering commitment to quality. If you enjoyed this candid look at rice farming in Taiwan, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on any interesting agricultural and food content. What other crops or farming techniques would you like to learn more about? Leave a comment below, and we'll see you in the next video. Sugarcane is a staple crop in India's agricultural sector, accounting for the majority of the country's sugar production and providing livelihoods to millions of farmers. Favorable tropical climate, the country produces hundreds of millions of tons of sugarcane every year. But how are these green stalks grown, cultivated, harvested, and processed into pure sugar? Discover the entire journey in the video below. The sugarcane planting journey begins in the spring when the soil warms up and farmers prepare the land for planting towards the end of each month. Healthy, disease-resistant cane stalks are selected as seed cane and are cut into precise lengths using specialized machines. These machines can cut up to 200 cane stalks per minute. Once cut, they are placed in the soil using automated planters that can cover up to 20 hectares of farmland in just one day. After planting, sugarcane enters a critical growth phase that lasts nearly 12 to 16 months. During this time, precise care is essential. Thanks to smart irrigation systems, each field receives just the right amount of water based on real-time weather data and soil moisture sensors. Compared to traditional flooding techniques, these systems reduce water use by up to 50%, making farming more sustainable and efficient. Sugarcane is susceptible to a variety of pests and fungal infections that can severely reduce yields. Farmers therefore use specialized spray equipment, including drones and automated sprayers, to apply pesticides and herbicides accurately and safely. Weed control is a challenge as they can significantly impact plant growth and yield. To combat this, farmers use mechanical weeders to clear the land without damaging the sugarcane. After about 12 months of growth, the cane reaches full maturity and is ready to be harvested. Traditionally, farmers would burn the dried leaves before harvesting to make cutting easier, but environmental regulations have led to a shift to greener methods. Mechanical harvesters are widely used. Each harvester can process up to 100 tons of cane per hour, an incredible speed that makes large-scale farming possible. These massive machines are equipped with high-speed rotating blades that cut the cane close to the ground to maximize the stalks that can be harvested. The harvested cane is then fed through a conveyor system that removes leaves and other unwanted material before cutting the stalks into smaller pieces. This remaining organic material is returned to the field to decompose, enriching the soil and retaining moisture for the next planting cycle. After harvesting, the cane is trucked to nearby sugar mills for processing. The process begins with the cane being weighed and unloaded before being fed into a shredder, which cuts it into fibrous pieces. These pieces are passed through a series of heavy-duty rollers to extract the cane juice, the raw material for making sugar. The juice is initially cloudy and contains impurities, so it undergoes a clarification process in which lime is added and the mixture is heated. The impurities coagulate and are removed, leaving a clearer, sugar-rich liquid. The clarified juice then moves to the evaporation stage, where it is boiled under vacuum to form a thick syrup. This syrup is further crystallized by spinning it in a high-speed centrifuge to separate the sugar crystals from the remaining molasses. The raw sugar is then dried in a rotary dryer and stored for further refining or direct shipment. The refining process transforms raw sugar into the pure white crystals found in homes and commercial kitchens. These are again centrifuged, dried, graded by size, and packaged for sale. By the end of the process, the towering stalks of sugarcane have been transformed into shiny granules of sugar, ready to sweeten foods and beverages around the world. In fact, over 70% of the world's sugar comes from sugarcane. With over 30 million tons of sugarcane harvested annually around the world and advanced processing systems that turn raw sugarcane into refined sugar in just a few hours, it is no surprise that India ranks as one of the world's top sugar exporters. So the next time you stir sugar into your morning coffee or bake your favorite dessert, remember the extraordinary journey behind that sweetness. If you enjoyed this journey through the world of sugarcane farming, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating farming documentaries.